All right, so when you look at kidney function, like when you go to the doctor and the doctor says, well, you have some kind of a problem with your kidneys. One of the processes they're going to explore, it all relates to the function of those nephrons. So whether the problem is with the filtration or reabsorption or secretion, these are all possibilities. So one of the important functions is the glomerular filtration rate. And we had said, just in the last video, I was talking about the angiotensin system, which is there to prevent you from losing water. And if you have water in your blood plasma, a high amount of water, then we had said that's going to lead to a higher glomerular filtration rate. Now, unless angiotensin system has constricted those afferent arteriole. So what is going to determine the amount of water that is present in your blood? One of the things is, over here in this corner, is low blood plasma proteins. So remember we had said in your capillaries, we had said you had capillary exchange. And you had blood pressure that forces water out into the interstitial fluids, and then that water is recovered based on the large proteins, the albumin proteins, and others, but the albumins in particular are very responsible for recovery of water. So if you have low plasma protein concentrations, especially those albumins, and this would come from eating, having a protein deficient diet, you can have reduced water in your plasma, which will reduce the glomerular filtration rate. Now, another thing, we had said that what happens is, you have this difference in pressure within the capillary, right? We had said you produce pressure in the glomerulus. When I say the capillary, I mean the glomerulus. You produce high pressure there by having a large diameter afferent arteriole and a small diameter efferent arteriole. But the other thing that's going to affect this filtration rate is the pressure in the tubules, in the renal tubules. We said the renal corpuscle is that funnel, the glomerular capsule feeds into the renal tubule portion of the nephrons. If there's pressure in there, it's going to reduce. There's a smaller difference between the pressure in the capillaries and the pressure in the nephron, and so it's going to reduce the glomerular filtration rate. Now, what on earth would increase that pressure? Kidney stones. So if you have kidney stones and you have fluid backing up in your kidney tubules, it's going to increase the pressure in the tubules of the nephron, and it is going to reduce the glomerular filtration rate as well. So kidney stones are a way, any kind of blockages that you have in this system of tubes. Now, when I was preparing and thinking about this particular video, I was thinking, I need to reiterate something. I had a friend who was a urologist, and people who study kidneys will jokingly refer to themselves as plumbers, because the urinary system is all about tubes, except for the nephron. The nephron is where all this stuff happens, and then the rest of it is, how do you get it to the outside? And so this is the point. If you have blockages in these tubes, it messes, it can have an effect on the glomerular filtration rate.